rented a camera and a van, and then I called you. I need you to pretend that we are in love again, and you agreed to. I want so badly to believe that there is truth, that love is real. And I want life in every word, to the extent that it's absurd.
Oh, he's so amazing! How's everyone doing today? Well, as you guys may know, we have a good show to bring to you guys today, and we have some amazing special guests. So, before we bring them out, we have Jim Cross. We also have Britney Spears. And we also brought you out President Obama. Come on, guys.
Vote for change!
Alright, before we bring them out, I just want to direct you guys to our Super Omega brand new television. And we have a clip to play real quick, so we'll get that going.
Stories can save us. I dream constantly of my past. The people, the places, the frightening, the death, the grief of lost comrades, all combined into such feelings, emotions, that unite to create a lasting image in my mind of memory in Vietnam. My story is not meant to instruct, nor encourage virtue, nor suggest models of proper human behavior, nor restrain men from doing the things men have always done. You can tell a true war story by the questions they ask. Each day, I carry my story, which weighs heavily upon my conscience. With every action to this day, I put down my weapons and pick up a story, and I will not put it down until I lay down next to it.
Alright, and without further ado, Jim Cross. Jim Cross, let's go. How's it going, sir?
Good.
How you been?
Excellent.
I know backstage can be a little rough because it's, you want to eat, you're out here, you eat, you're out here staying. But is it okay if we ask you a few questions today on our show?
Certainly.
Alright, so first off, were soldiers entering the war afraid to kill or battle for their country?
Men killed and died because they were embarrassed not to. It was what had brought them to war in the first place. Nothing positive, no dreams of glory or honor, just to avoid the blush of dishonor. They died as not to die of embarrassment.
I see where you're coming from on that one, but if it was me, I probably would shoot myself in the foot. But most people understand the basic terms of war, but you being a veteran, how do you look at war?
Are you kidding me? How do you generalize something like that? War is hell, but that's not the half of it. Because war is also mystery, and terror, and adventure, and violence, and courage, and discovery, and holiness and pity. War is fun. War is brutal. War is thrilling. War is drudgery. War makes men. War makes men dead.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know you looked at war like that. To me, war is just a bloody mess, but I'm sorry, I guess I could see where you're coming from. But what I'm curious about is, and I'm pretty sure most people here today are curious, is what is it like to kill a man? Could you describe it to us?
I remember it as if it just happened. It was in the village of Mai Kay. Whenever I read articles in the paper about war, it reminds me of the man I killed. The man I killed was innocent. He did not carry a gun, but was rather an innocent civilian taking one back to his family. The man I killed died because of my order, rather than my hand. He was a slim, dainty young man of about 20.
Wow, that's pretty dramatic. I can only imagine what you went through. Alright, but enough about me. I'm sure the crowd over here wants to ask you a few questions. So let's zoom out into the crowd real quick and we'll ask you some questions. So what's your name, sir?
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo, I saw you raising your hand before. You got a question for me?
Yeah. Jim, on a typical day, what did you carry with you in Vietnam?
The things that we carried were largely determined by necessity. Among the most necessary were pocket knives, can openers, dog tags, marijuana, chewing gum, mosquito repellent, and we carried Vietnam itself.
Oh, you have a question over here, man. What's your question? I guess we have no reply on that one, so we're moving on. Sure, what's your name?
Caesar.
Caesar, you have a question?
Yeah. I understand the things you guys carried were largely determined by necessity, but what was it that you in particular carried?
I carried various reminders of my love for Martha and letters that she wrote me I kept in my pocket.
Yes, sir. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Arnab Bukahan.
I understand you have a question. What's the question?
Yes, could any of you Jim Cross shoot me in pistol?
Sir! We can't understand you. That's what you mean.
Sorry,
Please be clear.
What I meant to say, Jim Cross, if you had the chance, would you shoot yourself in the foot or would you stay in the war?
Like I said before, I would feel cowardly if I abandoned my country when they needed me most. The war gave me many stories that I've told today, and I wouldn't be here without them.
Thank you for coming out today. I'd say today's show was very productive. Thank you, Jim Cross. You were very helpful today in answering all our questions. But before we go, is there anything you guys want to say?
You're the best, Dr. Yes!
Well, that's all. Dr. Kev. See you next time.
Dr.